Hi. So I went on with something that I don't want to. So we went to the cops today. I'm sorry, we went to the temple one more time, and this time with a different set of cops. And the experience was again overwhelming. I had my mother alongside, and I had my immediate relatives also alongside, my maternal uncle and his wife, the ones who had to this temple, taken us to the temple for the first time. They were also there, and my motive was to basically have the rest of the body be helixed, but it could not happen because the cops, because the me talking to the priest about what's going on in the body, and then saying and them saying that we have to fix you back, we have to restore you back to the normal and everything. And there is something Muslim like on you, like there is something like there's some different Muslim spell on you, which I kept asking her, what do you mean by that Muslim spell? That to which they said that if at all we could tell, we would have told, but in case you don't want to believe, there's no point then discussing this. To which I said that maybe you don't know that if I work out a bit more, I mean, I might be a little quicker and I might be at a better pace if at all you tell me what it is. To which they denied. Now I couldn't video record the entire session of mine. They did the jhada and then they kept cross questioning me, how are you feeling and all of that. And then we're gonna do this and that and stuff. To which I said that this, whatever you're saying that we'll do this and that and all of that and stuff. We've been doing that since 10 freaking years. Then he said, no, there's a different system altogether about it. The priest who was doing the jhada on me, and you are unaware of all of that. To which I said that I kept coming to you for 10 freaking years. How couldn't you explain it even once? And then the other priest kept arguing that, no, I've told you, you never took it seriously, or you never heard me. And I said, the only reason for me to be coming here was because my deteriorated mental, sorry, not mental, but like my physical condition because of you guys. And if you tell me that there's a system of getting your medical cleansing also, then we told you about it and you never followed. To which I kind of like I was a little like baffled over that. How can he just lie in my face and shit? And it was just not my parents, no, not just my mother or my relatives sitting. It was just a crowd of like 30-40 people, and the cops were there. So this new set of cops, they were lousy as an experience. I had to freaking first convince them to go to the temple. Then when they went to the temple, they kept sitting in their house rather than coming to the temple and becoming a show to the public there, and pretending to be serious about their job and all of that. Then they came in somehow. A lot of requests were made. The priest who was doing hard on me, they didn't need the they said that don't come in because you'll be in uniform and people might panic and shoot and stuff. To which I said that if you're so true, then why would people panic? Let the cops also be in there. What's wrong with them being in there? So a lot of banter over this, to which I said that I don't know, I want the cops. They won't be sitting here in the house, they'll be coming down to the temple. So yeah, so I didn't tell you. So this was basically my second day at the temple, and my first day was purely about cops getting angry at the priest to cleanse me, over which they cleansed my, if you remember, my upper body. And today was the day for my lower body cleansing, and it didn't really happen. It couldn't happen because again there was so much of cross questioning and all of that going about the same same experience of what are you feeling, or same things that what are you feeling, and there is something in you and we can't name it, we can't tell you, and all of that shit. So this kind of like and I was constipated, I'm still freaking constipated and all that stuff. So I kept fighting over the fact that you Baba have to like extract yourself from my lower body to have me be myself than have you then keep feeling you guys within my body and then be manipulated and then turn into some kind of a cyborg. So that kind of like, and this whole trigger escalated to a different level where I again, started shouting and started getting angry and crying a bit. And then the cops, those cops, those lousy men, I won't say lousy men, but like they were like super disinterested in the job. They started, they tried leaving their deployment. I mean, they tried leaving in the middle of the session, all that jhara that was going on, and that kind of like freaked me out of anger because I had the entire temple, I had the audience there, I had these two priests, and I had the cops as well. Everyone was against me. That madam, this is something called witchcraft and all that stuff, and we don't call it tantric and stuff. We basically do all of this in the name of goddesses, and so calling it some tantra vidya and all that was also I had an undertaking. So if you in the legislative literature, we've got this we call all of these things tantra vidya and mantra mukt karna and all of these things. So this was there on my undertaking. So when he read the undertaking initially, the priest who was doing the jhara, when we reached, he said that I'm not gonna like pursue this undertaking and stuff. I don't understand all of that, but I'll do the jhara and stuff and stuff. I like, okay, whatever. I'll have the cops write the statement and stuff. So I've got the recording of the entire session. It goes on from the same thing that I've been putting online on the camera, that this is how I'm abused, and these are the whispers like, and this is how I'm constipated, and this is how I'm urinating, and this is how I'm defecating, and this is how my menstrual flow is going on. It's all completely based on the whispers that I have to react to. So I kept telling all of that, and they said that this happens. There is something inside you, and it's just fighting us, and we are in your body. We're trying to fight it, and it's a shadow self that we created in your body and all that stuff. And so it's gonna take its own time to be off and stuff. And we're gonna give you some little uh, object which will which will act like a protection to you. And then you've got to, and then they gave me some bhabooti and a few and some little rice, pocket full of rice, and said that this is how you're gonna like have your normal meals, and I mean you're gonna add these little amount of your meals to, I mean add little amount of this to your meal, and you know um, do whatever puja and everything if at all you do anything, and come see us post 15-20 days, but provided you will be wearing this particular protection. Now while this was going on, and when they said so, they tried concluding the entire conversation with that, Surbi, we need to get you back to the same form that we saw you the first time. And I freaked out. I again went mad over it. I lost my cool, and I said that it's been 10 freaking years, you've been doing the same thing, you've done this so much to me, you're telling me that we'll do this and that to you, and it's just not fixed, and how can I fall sick? And all my life I had such a wild life, and before 2015 I was absolutely fine, and then suddenly one day I come here and I get sick. So what does that even mean? And I don't want to make sense of it, and I can just die anytime, all of this and stuff like that. So she said that no, there is something inside you that's to be cured and stuff. Then I told her very clearly that if at all it is anything not under, if at all it is anything near my sexuality, even an inch close to my sexuality, I swear to God, you'll have it from me in a manner you would never want to believe someone like me existed ever to your face. To that they said, she went silent. Everybody went silent. Like, what the heck? I mean, even if it's about sexuality, we can't say because you just blabbered. So then the other priest, he quickly changed the topic and he said no, whatever it is, we'll fix it and all that and stuff like that. And everybody was trying to like pacify me because I was crying also, I was angry also. My mom was there, my relatives were there, the priests, they had to be their own stands, the cops were there, and the rest of the people were also there also. I have the voice recording, I'll put it on of the entire session, you'll see me shouting and all of that. Then suddenly the cops, they started leaving, and I said that you can't leave right now because you have to sign the undertaking and all of that. He said, no, I don't give a fuck about the undertaking, and I'm not doing it. And that's where I left the session, and I followed the cop downstairs, and I said, you can't, really leave, because I've put sexual charges on these people, and I need, a statement from your end that you were there at the session. And this is what they said, that after 15 days and so, over a protection, we have to come back. I have to come back, and then they'll clean it, because a day before they had said that, you come early morning and at 8 in the morning, and by 5 or so we'll try to completely cleanse you and all of that. So this kind of like, and I reached late because it's me. So I reached late, and because of that, they couldn't, completely cleanse me. So I went forward with whatever was left, and I requested to take as much time as they can, forget my return whenever it happens, and just cleanse me and all of that. But the cops were leaving in the middle of the session, because there was so much of argument going on and stuff, that it kind of destroyed me, that how can they freaking during this you know particular moment be leaving. And I requested him to give me a statement of what you had, what are you recording for today as an experience and all of that. And we did that, and that's where we shut the temple. That's where they shut the temple. Then I went to their house, and I said, what do we do about this now? Because if at all you're not doing it, I'm sending you an arrest warrant from Delhi. And until and unless you don't cleanse me completely, you don't extract from my body, I can't start my treatment, and I can't submit the papers, my medical records at the court, and I can't withdraw my complaint. To which they said that you do all of those things for like 15 days, and whatever we're talking in terms of the protection is very much appropriate to you. So yeah, you have to take it. So tonight I'm staying back again, and tomorrow is the gazetted holiday in Himachal, for what I don't know, but I'm expecting the police station to remain open with emergency guards there, and I'll go with the lady constable again back to the temple and request the priest, not request it, tell the priest to fix me again, because in spite of again the same choked up body, I did not leave for Delhi. I told my mom and my relatives to leave. They were adamant about nahi jana hi hai saath mein, and I said no, we leave, and they left. And I found myself a little corner, and I'm talking and breathing a bit fine. But again, going to the cops tomorrow, requesting them to go to the temple, fix this, get that little protection, whatever they're talking about, do my course of 15 years. Sorry, I'm so sorry, 15 days. And then bring the report of it back at the temple, and then, seek all of that and stuff. That is something that I have to follow. Now it feels very much exhausting and draining, because I'm occupied on a couple of projects parallelly, but then again, I don't know how much I've been so drowsy over these 2-3 days, so freaking drowsy. It's like some distant hypnosis going on in me all the time, and I'm just after every 15 minutes or so, I'm just dozing off. And all my dreams are, it's just these men, talking loudly in my face. And what happened at the temple when I got angry, and when I started crying, and when the cops were also leaving, and when I lashed out this time with a lot of abuses and everything. Not like a lot of abuses, but I was extremely aggressive. Suddenly there were 2 to 3 monkeys that came running into the temple, and they destroyed almost everything that was there at the exit gate. Sorry, the entry gate. There was this dustbin, and there was this tissue holder or something like that and stuff, and they just rammed the whole place and everything. And that's when they shut the temple. I was so mad. And this has happened before as well. Every time I get angry over there, something or the other, some external force will come in and destroy the peace. So that is so I mean, this, I don't make any sense of this. I kind of find it very much, I think, I don't know, legit, or I don't know what to say. But yes, it was very horrific and maddening. It didn't happen. I mean, it's so irritating that it did not happen. the way it was to happen throughout it was to be completely off me, and I was to pursue my treatment this week, and then I would have been fine within 7 days, and I would have been back on my track completely off this and stuff, and things would have been so easy. But my mom, no, she kept talking to the cops over the fact that I just want to take her home because we know it won't happen like that. We know it won't work like that. What if it relapses? Will she really file the case and stuff and not and stuff? So that kind of again destroyed me. That are you my mother or what are you to be taking their side and stuff? So she said, I'm not taking their side, but I'm just telling you that it's something spiritual and it takes its own time and stuff to get off me. So I told them that if it can get into my body within a minute, and if it can be taken off within a minute also over one little flack, seriously about, get yourself right in the frame of law because this is completely illegal, then how can you tell me that it's going to take another 15, 20 freaking minutes for it to be off my body and then be like, it's got to be it's got to be some power that's going to take its own time and have me settle down in some kind of a framework or a routine work to be off and state me as something what, because he said that there is something Muslim on you, and I didn't understand that. I mean, what do you mean by Muslim on me? And I asked him and he said it's something that I can't explain you. I was like, what do you freaking mean by that? I mean, if we were to talk about Muslim, then I am on a Sattvic diet since an eternity because you have a shadow, you've put your shadow self in me, and every time I go off the Sattvic diet, I receive the pain of being a non-Sattvic, and nobody in my house has ever dared tell me what to eat, what not to eat, or how to live or how not to live. So you two aliens in my life are telling me to sustain a certain life your way. I mean, even if you wanted to be my mentors in any which way, you would have, told me clearly that we're trying to be your mentors and stuff, and I might would have accepted you. But you're hacking my body, and then you're making me, enslave you in some manner, and then be like, accept us as your mentors and stuff. And I'm like, who hacks the body like that? Nobody's hacked the body ever like that, and that too in such a freaking manner that I can feel it. And the moment you've hacked, I can't defecate, I can't urinate, and I can't have my normal menstrual flow. So this kind of destroyed me that, oh my god, I am hacked by two defiled souls, that their existence within me is something that I can't even be legit about accepting. If I was to, out of any damn stupid violent submission, was to be like, चलो ठीक है यार, कर दिया, ओके आपने कर दिया, अब आगे हम जो है इसको भगवान की पूजा से ही उतारेंगे, ठीक है कर लेंगे, उतार लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, पर आप वो पूजा तक पहुँचते तो आप कहते हो इस तरीके से ध्यान करो, उस तरीके से ध्यान करते 20 मिनट बाद में आप मेरे अंदर सुई चुबा रहे होते हो. तो जब इतनी सारी बातें हो गई हैं और इन सब चीज़ों का सर पैर नहीं है, उसके बाद में आप कह रहे हो कि हम आपको वैसा ही देखना चाहते हैं जैसे हमने आपको 10 साल पहले देखा था, तो मैं आज भी वैसे ही दिखती हूँ भाई, मेरी शक्ल भी वैसी ही है, आज भी मेरी ज़िंदगी वैसी ही कट रही है, ठीक है, मेरे प्रोजेक्ट्स आज भी फाइनेंस नहीं हो रहे हैं, मेरी स्क्रिप्ट्स आज भी फाइनेंस नहीं हो रही हैं, मेरी ज़िंदगी में कोई आज भी बाहर नहीं आई है, 4 चांद आज भी नहीं लगे हैं. लेकिन आपके आने से पहले मेरी ज़िंदगी कमाल की थी. 2015 में आने के, और मेरी ज़िंदगी इतनी मुस्लिम थी, इतनी वाइल्ड ज़िंदगी थी मेरी, इतनी खुश ज़िंदगी थी, मैं आपको क्या बताऊँ. 2015 के बाद में आपने मेरी ज़िंदगी के अंदर से पता नहीं क्या ऐसा निकाल लिया है कि अकाल पड़ गया है खुशी का. तो to explain them all of these things, they have no answers to it. And like, no, there's something on you. What is there on me? It's just my parents on me. Yeah? I can't tell them that you're a spell. They'll destroy my life over it. So anyway, so this was that whole thing. Imagine telling your parents that you're some kind of a spell. They're like, get the fuck out, man. Of course. And even I'll throw my kids out. Like, what am I a spell for you? Amazing. So any which way. So now I have to go tomorrow. Request the cops and fix this. I don't know. I just now I freaking need. I feel I need a spiritual healer who's an actual woman, a biological woman, and not a biological closeted man who pretends to be a woman and can't fix a woman's body, who's he's hacked, that he's hacked, and is making me come out as a toll to everything that I can be at the moment in the name of sanity. So yeah, just that. Rest, nothing. My head is heavy. I have to, yes. And then I spoke to my lawyer. My lawyer said that please go ahead and record everything that you can. I have the recording and the voice recording only. Tomorrow I'll try my best. It's going to be an empty temple. So let's say if they let me record the video as well. But I don't want to keep holding the camera. It looks so freaking stupid. They have a camera up there. I'm just going to record the voice session of it. But yeah, I told them that I'm gonna file for an arrest warrant for you if at all I cannot get myself a medical treatment over it. And then it all goes into the Madras Act 2021, and then don't blame me for anything that happens. My minimum compensation is going to be 50 lakhs for all the loss over the 10 years. No profession. All right, pudendal shame, pudendal shame, pudendal shame. It's so violent. My pudendal nerve is destroyed. My vagus nerve is destroyed over it. I can't have my own memory. It's so stupid. I won't say stupid. It's so dangerous, right? Every time I go into a power nap, and every time I'd get up from the dream, I'd have no muscle memory. So even if I'm thirsty, I wouldn't know that I need water. Right? It will take almost like couple of seconds for me, not couple of seconds, like couple of minutes for me to process normal consciousness, come back to process the reality around, come back to consciousness, and then realize that, oh my god, I'm thirsty, I need water. So what I needed water. What is water? This is water. And what do we call something like this which I want to have? It's called water. So such basic is taking so much of time to come into my normal consciousness. It's just kind of like puts me down in a corner where it just makes me feel like if I can be just adopted by a production house and be taken over my script seriously than anything else, and forget the case and everything also. I'll just keep filing the case, and I'll keep making them come to Noida the way they've made me travel for 10 years over there, and be whatever, be real about it. And I want to apply for punitive castration, but the way they talk, I don't know if I should be applying for punitive castration or should I be slapping the fuck out of their lives or slapping the soul out of their bodies so that they get down within a second with themselves, than pretend or expect me to be some kind of an empathy to them. And the way they fucking say that, you know what they went on to be saying? That chief priest, he said that, Surbhi, I understand that you are always in a dilemma or a confusion over the fact that why does this chief priest is so much angry to me that, I have to keep coming down here and talk about my clinical condition with them than go to a doctor. To which I so embarrassingly lost my head over that I said that I told him very clearly that I call him Mataji. Okay, everybody calls him Mataji because he says that there's a goddess within him. Every time he remains closed eyes, and he remains closed eyes, and he talks about, he'll put his hand on your head and shoulder and he'll talk about everything here and there and out. And he said that, Surbhi, मुझे पता है कि आपके दिमाग में ये चलता है कि माता जी मुझसे नाराज़ क्यों है and all that and stuff. I'm like, नहीं माता जी, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. मेरे को कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है मुझसे नाराज़ है या नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरी बॉडी में मेरे कॉन्स्टिपेटेड दर्द के आगे कुछ है ही नहीं झेलने को, और मेरे पास में मेरी अपनी मसल मेमोरी नहीं है. तो आपको किसने कहा कि मैं किसी भी फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड में या किसी भी जन्म में मैं ये सोचूं कि अरे मेरे से माता जी गुस्सा होंगे और इसलिए जो है मेरे को पता करना है कि हुआ क्या है, मेरे को जानना है, और मैं किसी और चीज़ पे कंसंट्रेट क्यों करूँ, मैं फोकस क्यों करूँ जब माता जी मेरे से गुस्सा है. मैंने ना आपको कोई मेंटोर माना है, ना मैंने आपको मेंटोर की तरह आज तक किसी तरीके से डिवोट अपने आप को किया है. मैंने बुद्धिस्ट प्रिंसिपल्स पे खुद को डिवोट किया, उस पर मेडिटेशन किया, और आपने मेरी मेडिटेशन हैक की है, और उसके बाद से मेरी तबीयत ख़राब हुई है. और मैंने आपके पास में आके सिर्फ इतना बोला है कि आप मेरी ज़िंदगी से बाहर निकले, आप मेरे शरीर से बाहर निकलिए, क्योंकि मेरी मेडिटेशन रुक गई है, मेरी स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग रुक गई है, मेरा फोकस रुक गया है, मेरी तबीयत ख़राब हो गई है, मेरे को ध्यान नहीं रहता चीज़ों का. आपके और आपके चारों भाइयों की सारी बातें मेरे दिमाग के अंदर 24 घंटे बोलती रहती है और मेरे कानों में बजती है. और मेरा डेफिकेशन, मेरा यूरिनेशन, मेरा सारा वेस्ट एक्सक्रीमेंट जो है वो आपकी बातों के ऊपर फोकस करने से होता है, विच इज़ सो फ्रीकिंग एम्बैरसिंग। मतलब आप और मैं बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं, किसी कैफ़े में बैठे हुए हैं, 5-10 मिनट बात कर रहे हैं, और मैं पिछले 14 घंटों से या 10 घंटों से जो है चौंक होके बैठा हुआ हूँ। लेकिन हम किसी बात पे गलती से कनेक्ट कर गए, तो जाके मेरे को मोशन आ रहा है, या तो जाके मेरे को प्रेशर आ रहा है कि अब मैं लू जाऊँगा, और वहाँ जाके फिर मैं लू में भी जाके बैठूँ, तो भी 1 घंटे तक हम बैठे ही हुए हैं और हम रिलीव ही नहीं हुए हैं। और हम वहाँ अपने आँसू बहा रहे हैं कि ज़िंदगी में क्या चल रहा है हमारे साथ में, और आपके कानों में हँसने की आवाज़ें आ रही हैं, और आप ये कह रहे हैं कि हाँ, 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 देखा ऐसे कंट्रोल करते हैं बॉडी को। मतलब आप क्या सिखाना चाह रहे हैं? आप क्या बताना क्या चाह रहे हैं? उसमें फिर नसें फूल रही हैं मेरी, बाहर आ गया हूँ तो मेरी शक्ल के ऊपर डिप्रेशन छाया हुआ है ऑब्वियसली, और जो सामने बैठा है उसकी भी ज़िंदगी एकदम से काली पड़ गई है कि क्या चल रहा है, मतलब हम तो कुछ और डिस्कस कर रहे थे, कि तुम्हें क्या हो गया है? तो ना मेरी सोशल लाइफ रह गई इस चक्कर में, ना मेरी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ रह गई है, ना मेरी फाइनेंशियल लाइफ रह गई है, ना मेरी स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ रह गई है, ना मेरे डोमेस्टिक लाइफ रह गई है। तो आपने ये 5 तत्व तो मेरे सारे उठा दिए, ठीक है। अब मैं किस तरीके से, किन सिद्धांतों पे अपनी ज़िंदगी काटूँ? उसमें से आप कह रहे हैं कि अगर आप हम पे केस करेंगे तो हम आपकी मम्मी के साथ में भी वही करेंगे जो आपके साथ में किया है, और आपके दोस्तों को भी हम जान से मार देंगे जो आपको बचाना चाह रहे हैं। अरे! पागल हो गए हैं क्या? आप बोल क्या रहे हैं? आप क्या भांग खा के बैठे हैं? आपको होश नहीं है, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? मेरे को गुस्सा आ गया आज बुरी तरीके से। 4 दिन से गुस्सा ही आ रहा है, वैसे तो 10 सालों से आ रहा है, पर ये जो बातें करते हैं मेरे सामने, उन पे तो मेरे को ऐसे गुस्सा आता है, मैं बता नहीं सकता आपको। पहली बार मैंने इनके घर में औरतों को चुप होते देखा है। इतनी तेज़ आज मैं चिल्लाया हूँ ना वहाँ पे, इनकी सबकी जान निकल गई थी। वो बंदर जब आए ना अंदर घुस के, आधी जान तो मेरी निकल गई थी कि ये क्या हो गया। पर ठीक है, पुलिस वालों को उठ के जाना नहीं चाहिए था। मैं यहाँ पे सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट का केस लगा के मैं आंसू बहा रहा हूँ, लड़ रहा हूँ, उठ के मुँह उठा के जा रहे हैं कि मैडम जी हम जा रहे हैं, कोई आपको अंडरटेकिंग नहीं देंगे। किस बात की? नहीं, नहीं, ये आपका पर्सनल मैटर है। अरे कौन सा पर्सनल मैटर है? मैं यहाँ पे मर गया तो क्या बॉडी का फिर आप मेरे को समझाओगे कि ये बॉडी कहाँ से आई थी? नोएडा में जाके बताओगे उनको फिर? आई डोंट नो, फिर सारे फंसेंगे, रिश्तेदार भी फंसेंगे, माँ बाप भी फंसेंगे, ये मंदिर वाले तो गए, जो वहाँ पे विटनेस थे वो भी बचेंगे। बचता रहो फिर बैठ के, लेके घूमता रहूँगा मैं आपके कर्मों का फल जन्मों जन्मों तक। इन्होंने मारा था, इन्होंने मारा था, इन्होंने मारा था करता हुआ रीइंकार्नेशन में जी रहे हैं। तो एनी विच वे ये सब हुआ है आज, और इट्स वेरी इरिटेटिंग। अब मैं जाऊँगा कल, आई होप ज़िंदगी सुधर जाए मेरी। अभी मेरे को लॉयर के लिए अपने अकाउंट रिकॉर्ड करना था, कैसे इतना एग्रेशन दिखाऊँ? बट एनीवे, थैंक यू सो मच, दैट्स ऑल। बहुत मच्छर है आज।